Hello fellows, welcome back once again to tenses, but don't get tensed. And as we are going to list out the bad and good and not so bad and not so good times through this language, that is English. Okay, so today we will be dealing with the usages, proper structuring of present tense, right? Present tense basically is present time. This has been categorized into indefinite or simple, continuous and progressive, perfect as well as perfect continuous, right? So present perfect and perfect continuous tense will go later on. First, let's start with present indefinite or simple tense, right? We have already talked about structure. For positive sentences or affirmative sentences, we use subject plus V1 or VS. That means like go and goes for present indefinite tense, right? So for negative sentences, we use subject and do or does plus not and then verb 1. You always use verb 1 or the root form of the verb to end a structure which has does, do, did, etc. Right? So subject plus do for uh, plural and subject plus does for singular subjects, right? So since we do not have auxiliaries in structures of simple tenses, therefore we introduce do form of the verb, right? So it will be like he does go, है ना, or he goes will change to he does not go if it is negative, okay? And when we make a question of it, then we will be asking with the do form of the verb, then the subject, and then the rest of the sentence, like does he go, right, like that. Now let's come to its usages. Just down below, as you can see, the usages are also specified. For present indefinite tense, we use present indefinite tense to show present habits, right? Like he wakes up at 4 a.m. That means that is a regular habit of with him, that he wakes up at 4 a.m. We also talks about the present action through it, like he sees through every corner of the room, है ना, or he jogs in front of me, right? Like you are seeing it and you are presenting a present action, right? So and present indefinite also, or simple present also is used for universal truth, scientific truth, right? Like water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. It is scientifically proven. So you will always use boils at, that means simple present tense, a VS form, right? Or the sun rises in the east, which is a scientific as well as universal truth. We all know it, right? So like that, we can use simple present tense. One more important thing is when we are presenting any news item or anchoring a situation which is already planned or timetabled, okay, officially planned, and which is going to happen in near future, there also we can use simple present tense in news anchoring, okay? Like for example, PM Modi lands at New York airport at 12 p.m. tonight, today, something like that, okay? So for near planned future, like Ratan Tata hosts a grand party for all the British dignitaries, right? So this evening or Thursday evening, something like that. So when we have a scheduled future planned timetable situation which needs to be anchored, which needs to be talked about through news or through such situations, there also we can use simple present tense, okay? Now let's move on to continuous, okay? Continuous, okay, and it has to continue, right? So for to show that continuity, you have to use ing. Remember, verb with ing, like go will become going, come will become coming, right? So for positive or affirmative sentences, we will be saying subject plus be form of the verb In present is am are plus verb ing. So he is coming. Okay, that is present continuous. For negative, it will be subject plus auxiliary, then the negative element. Always remember, after the auxiliary only the negative element comes. And if you do not have auxiliaries, you use do or does. But you have to put an auxiliary, at least the do form, right? So in this case, you already have the auxiliary, so you have to use subject plus is am are plus not plus verb ing, right? And question will again start with is am are, right? Now where do we use it? We use it for action that is happening at the time of speaking, like I'm teaching you. Okay, we use it for showing something happening which may not be reflected at the time of speaking, like someone is building a house next to my house, right? It also sometimes plans and arrange casually arrange and plan future, near future, okay, within a week kind of a future. Like I'm planning for a party this Tuesday, okay, something like that. And a persistent and nagging habit, जो बहुत परेशान करने वाली habit है, जो हमेशा होते रहती है, right? Like he is always troubling me, mother. Why don't you do something about my brother? Okay, so my brother is always bothering me, something like that. Now this is continuous. Let's come to perfect tenses. Perfect tenses always take has, have, plus or had if it is past, and V3 form. So for positive sentences, subject plus has for singular, have for plural, plus V3. Okay, has done, right? V3. And if it is negative, then you will be using has not done. Okay, after has. And if it is question, you have to put has before the subject, or has or have before the subject. Have we done the homework, right? Something like that. So why do we use it? We use it for something which has recently completed. So you can use it with adverbs like recently, just now, है ना, currently. So he has done this assignment recently. अभी उसने खत्म किया, ठीक है? We also use it for any past action which might have happened, which might have completed like in some recent time, in a week or something like that. But we are not definite about the timing. Like she has done her project. You know that she has done her project, but you're not sure that whether it has been done today or last night or whenever, right? It is also used, this is the most important part, it is also used to show past event whose effects still exist. Now I have done my MA English long back, you know, some 15 years, 16 years or even before that. But I still use I have done MA in English because its effect still continues. Okay. And lastly, if this usage is also used for perfect continuous tenses, which is an action started in the past but which may continue in future. या आप perfect tense में भी कर सकते हो या आप perfect continuous tense में भी कर सकते हो कि ऐसे action के बारे में बता रहे हो जो कि past में शुरू हुआ था लेकिन उसका असर future में भी जा सकता है. Like I have lived in Amethi since 2020, ऐसे भी बोल सकते हैं. And perfect continuous में verb ing लग जाएगा, have been, has been लग जाएगा. तो I have been living in Amethi since 2020, ऐसे करके भी आप बोल सकते हो. ठीक है. So perfect continuous पे सिर्फ वही perfect tenses का have has लगेगा plus been लगेगा और verb ing लगेंगे. And similarly has have के बाद ही not लग जाएगा और has have को आपको subject के पहले लाना पड़ेगा if it is a question statement, right? So same thing. So I hope you have already understood the present tenses. Let's meet tomorrow with past and future tenses. Okay, thank you.